What's up guys, hope you're doing well. Today we'll have another look into the Bitcoin Cash price chart, as Bitcoin Cash currently is on the edge of a very important resistance level that is then about to potentially bring us to above $1,000, and the level that I'm talking about is this resistance right here at 607.5. And if we are about to break this resistance, then we are entering the upper range right here, and you can see that the last times we got rejected from our main target. The main target is $640, and this is the main target because this is activating our price target that I have just talked about. So the price target that is above $1,000, because this would then be a breakout of this move right here. Let's quickly also have a look right here where this would take us. You know that we have talked about this already on the channel, but in case you have missed this, let's quickly have a look. So this is then bringing us to about $1,030, and that is the big price target that we are aiming for to hit and that we are waiting for such a long time. And that is why currently this one right here, so that we are breaking above the 607.5 level, that is the first step to getting there. So let's have a look at how likely it is that we are about to get there, and also that we are breaking here above the 640 level and not getting another rejection. So you may remember that in the last updates I already have opened some positions in Bitcoin Cash. The last one was somewhere right here. The first one was at this, where we hit the trend line right here, and this is giving me an entry price. I will put it on the screen right here. This is my current position. It's about 29% in the profit, so my current entry currently is about at this level right here, so currently sitting at a nice profit. But of course I'm looking to stack this position up, and therefore I'm looking for nice entries. And then the last update I said that okay, I've opened a position right here, but there is no real confirmation unless first of all we are breaking here the $607 mark, and that is what we are touching right now. You can see we already got 3 rejections in the last 3 days, and right now it seems like that we are making the next attempt. So currently I'm looking at 2 things. The first one is of course the general market. That means Bitcoin, and you know that we have talked about Bitcoin also several times on the channel. So the 112k level is the level where we are in general bullish, and also if Bitcoin is above this level, then also altcoins have a higher likelihood of breaking resistance levels. And if we get rejected, then the next time it is more likely that we are breaking. Also, if we have a breakout, it is more likely that this breakout is a real breakout and not a fake out. Currently Bitcoin is sitting at an all-time high, has broken all the resistances to the upsides in a straight line, so very bullish from this side. Of course, we should not forget that every move also has a correction in it, and that could also then drag altcoins down with it, so we need to keep this in mind. But also I'm taking a look right here in the Bitcoin Cash chart in the strength and momentum that we are having, and for this I'm looking into the RSI. So you can see currently we are at about 58 in the RSI, and what I want to see is that we are having more strength and more momentum than with the last move, and the last move was basically this one right here. You can see here the RSI was at 62, so that means we are already very close. And if we have another move to the upside, I want to say to the downside, but no, I mean to the upside. So if we have this, then it is likely that also here we will have a higher momentum than within the last move right here, and therefore it is becoming more likely that this strength and momentum is continuing, and therefore then if we are building this momentum, that we will also see some follow through, and that we will also manage to break the 640 level. Of course, it doesn't mean that we will do this in a straight line and just break higher. Potentially eventually we will also have another rejection, because Bitcoin is then doing a correction when we are just about to break this level, and then Bitcoin is correcting, and then we are seeing another correction. Stuff like this you can never rule out, but what we will want to see in general is that we are building the momentum with this move to the upside and with the break of the $607 mark. And if we have this, then the likelihood is higher that we are breaking the level. And also right here you can see that we basically made 1, 2, 3 attempts. This one would be the 4th attempt, and you know that the more often we try to break a level, the more likely it is that we are actually doing this, so that we are actually breaking the level. This is counting for supports but also for resistances. And also in general right now the market has a very good setup, a very good bullish setup. So that means that I think it is just a time matter before we are doing this, before we are breaking here the 607 level and also here the 640 level. And of course, if we are about to do this, or if we should do this and then activate the next price target, or if there will be some warning signs, in general, if there will be some updates, you know that I will upload a new video. So make sure to subscribe to this channel so you won't miss this. And in the end, let's also quickly cover the downside, because there is not only upside, even if that is what we all would wish for, but let's assume that Bitcoin right now, it has managed to make a new all-time high, it has the breakout, but let's just assume that we would get, that this is a false break and we would do another correction and then we do the actual breakout. This would lead to us here having the first rejection, potentially right now having the second rejection, and then also correcting when Bitcoin is correcting. And then with this correction, it would also be possible, of course, to move here below the last low that we have seen, and then potentially ending up somewhere right here, maybe at this support level right here, and then moving higher. So that is also something that is still in the play. We get the first, or we get the higher likelihood of that not happening as soon as we are breaking above the $607 mark. But in case we should do the bearish scenario, can I put the, yeah. So in case we are doing the bearish scenario, this is potentially giving another opportunity here to add to my position, and that is then of course what I will do. Also in general, I'm still bullish and I still think that we are in the bull market. As I said it over and over again in the updates, when we had these drops and when we had these corrections, that these are short-term corrections and that at good points there are good opportunities and the bull market is not over yet. So in my opinion, we will see new highs. This one right here is not the high, the final high in Bitcoin Cash, and also that in other altcoins we will also see new highs, so that we are basically right now about to enter the final market stage, the final stage of this bull run. And that is of course also why I keep on stacking onto my positions, because I want to hold them, the positions in the midterm, and when the bull run is getting to an end, then sell it all for a bigger profit than just trade the small moves right here. So that is what I'm currently doing. And as I said, in case there are any updates, I will upload a new video. And in case you have any questions, feel free to post them down in the comments. That's it for this video. See you in the next one. Bye bye.